but they also had a thing where like if you use the app, you get an extra 25% off. So I got like $100 worth of jeans for like, granted, I got two jeans that were normally 100 for like 50 some dollars.
Too much. Still too much.
And then yeah, I know, but I needed new jeans.
So
and then I bought some
what?
shirts.
So what does that have to do with socks?
So then I was gonna buy some shirts. So then I went back. I was like, you know what? I need some more shirts too. So I got two plaid shirts, of course. And the shipping, it was $7 shipping, but it's like if you spend $3 more, it's free shipping. So I got the socks that equaled up to close to what the shipping was. So it ended up being like 48 instead of being like $48. It was like $50. So like I'll pay $2 more, get something instead of paying $7 for shipping. I'm getting something out of that $7. So you spent
$100 on clothes, but couldn't buy $60 worth of Destiny too.
Yes, because I needed clothes. I don't need Destiny. And besides, on Black Friday, I can just buy it for $30. I think it's $30.
It's racist. Why isn't there a White Friday?
Brandon and Tony, are you recommending anything this week?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I would recommend.
Just so you know, we are on
air. I can just get to me, and I got something. I think.
All right. And Justin, you know your rant.
Mm-hmm. Why is there so much space at the bottom of this note? I accidentally scrolled too far and I thought it disappeared.
Yo, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Damn, I should check the notes out. I haven't looked at the notes yet. Wait, why can't I see the? Oh, okay.
What the hell can I recommend?
Yeah, I don't know why the note goes that far.
What?
I know why the notes.
Is it because it's like still taking up all the space from the old note?
No, I don't think that's it. You should just go back into it though.
So does it?
I like how in the note somebody messed up. Your history with Xbox condos. I didn't know Xbox made condos now.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Well, it's nice. 2-bedroom condo.
At least it didn't say Xbox condoms.
True.
Ooh.
True. That's $1 million deal right there.
Hey, Gal, what did you do with your stand for your Xbox One X?
It's honestly like sitting on the table.
Right, that's where I just saw it. I'm like, oh hey, thanks. I'll never use.
Yeah.
Wait, is that so you can have it vertical instead of flat?
Yeah, but it looks so nice flat.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the only thing that looks nice flat. You know what I don't? You know what I don't like flat? That ass. That's the only thing I like flat is my Xbox stands.
Dropping candy bars up in.
All right, Justin, your intro. As Brandon fucking chomps away.
I was gonna say,
My bad. Can you hear me?
No.
Yes, I heard.
Absolutely yes.
Jesus Christ.
Now that's what she said.
Wait, Jesus Christ, or the other?
Both.
Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
both.
Jesus Christ.
All right. I had an idea earlier. I just gotta remember what it was. I literally was like rehearsing it in my truck as I was driving.
People are looking at you like, "What the fuck is this guy yelling
Like,
about?"
what's this fat idiot doing? Like, call the police, get this guy off the road. He's clearly unstable. All right, I'm ready.
It's me,
Mario, and it's episode 26 of the Same Person Radio. Woohoo! Joining me is a Brandon.
Dear God.
Wait, what'd you say?
A Steven.
Oh, hello.
And Antonio. Woohoo! Why does
Mario.
why do you turn his name into Spanish?
Antonio.
Yeah, that's Italian.
Same thing.
No, one
Anthony?
Italian, one Spanish.
Yeah. Right?
You're telling me American and Japanese are the same thing?
Yes.
Konnichiwa, bitches. That's American Japanese, right? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 26 of SPR Same Person Radio. Most of the time, Justin, you do your intros. Nobody understands what you're talking about.
Woohoo!
Good God. So, how's everybody's week been? Nobody's week's been good.
Woohoo!
Right side. Mine is over
I'm
tomorrow.
off tomorrow. I'll get to why Tuesday sucked in my rant. But
Okay, so Tuesday sucks. Tony said your weekend's tomorrow.
no, my
My weekend, yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, I'm off on Friday and Monday.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
Wait, wait. Steve, why are you surprised? You know your wife works in the same building.
Yeah, I know. I forgot what
Damn,
Friday
she-
was 'cause I'm not off.
Oh, damn, she didn't tell you? You know we're off, right?
Oh, yeah, I know. I just forgot. My days have kind of blended together since I was off the past 2 days. New puppy, first day back at work.
Mm.
So,
Let me ask you a real question, Steven. Let me ask you a real question. Which you probably can't answer the first part now. What were you more excited about this week? Your puppy or your Xbox?
for your
Who do
anniversary.
you love more?
Or my, yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
hey, didn't you-
your anniversary. Because Steve, we know what's really going on here.
honestly,
Obvious one first.
it was the Xbox,
Jesus.
and then we decided to get the puppy, and then it was the puppy. So
Not the
Way to
anniversary.
cop out.
yeah, the anniversary has been
We're talking about
coming for a
Tango.
year. So
I feel like I'm having deja vu right now.
Bologna sandwich and cheese.
why did you guys ask me this last year? What are you more excited about? This new game coming out or your anniversary?
Yeah, or something. Was this around like Aaron's birthday or something?
Oh, that's probably true. That's probably true.
Probably.
All right, let's get into some news. I like how you turned that-
SBR News.
Breaking news: Justin's a faggot.
Steven.
All right.
God,
So
it's-
good God, Universal, the
Making
movie
this
company. Shut the fuck up. Universal's shared movie universe that they're trying to do is being put on hold. So they were trying to do like the dark universe with the Mummy, Dracula, Werewolf, like the remakes of the old black and white movies, and they're putting hold most likely, I think, due to the option that the Mummy got.
Rip.
You know why they really put it on hold? Because they don't have a single black person in the dark universe.
True. Was there not a black
dark
person in the
that
Mummy?
bitch. I don't know. I've seen clips of it, so I don't know.
I just know that.
Can you Can you classify the main chick as black?
No, she's not. No, she's. I don't think she's. No,
I don't know what she
was. Like, I don't. She's one of
Who?
those.
So that was the main
The Mummy.
character.
Oh, the Egyptian, I guess, right?
Yes. So what's her name? Sophia Boutella.
Boot.
That sounds Italian.
I mean, I don't think she's Egyptian in real life.
boot ass.
But hold on. Well, she's definitely not Egyptian. Okay, she is Algerian. Where's Algeria at? What
I don't
continent?
know. Somewhere over there.
Africa.
In one of
Somewhere over there.
in one of the Algerias. It's near one of
One
the
of
other
the-
Algerias.
Oh, true. Did they?
Wait, what's another? I'm just thinking Nigeria. I'm just thinking of Nigeria. What's another? Oh God, what's another?
Yeah, that's it.
It's Nigeria.
There's
My two Nigerias.
they got ice cream shops called Ben and Jerry's.
God, yeah.
All right. Good night.
Let's start this over.
Let's restart. So yeah, anyway, I mean, yeah. So
um,
There's that.
What-
news.
yeah, what were we even talking about? What was this news topic?
The Dark Universe. The Dark
Dark
Universe.
Universe being put on hold.
Yeah, it was definitely because of the terrible reviews and it didn't even make any money, right? It lost money.
I think so.
I'm not sure.
Especially with how much they had to pay Tom Cruise.
True.
Cruise. But I mean, weren't they only didn't they only have like one or two other movies slated? Anyway,
Three.
They
Yeah,
had
Frankenstein.
they had all the cast member, or they had all the main characters casted. Just
Yep.
they didn't have any actual scheduled for any movies yet.
they fucked
I
up.
think they were about to start I think Frankenstein was supposed to be next.
Oh, that's right. Who was supposed to be?
With God, what's his name from No Country for Old Men? The guy from Skyfall, the villain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Harvey
Bardem.
Bardem, however you say his name.
was he Frankenstein or was he Dr. Frankenstein? Like, who was he
I
the
think
monster? Or was he?
I think he was the monster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I think they were supposed to do like Bride of Frankenstein.
Mhm.
With
Something like that.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
I think it was her. And then I think Johnny Depp is either the Invisible Man or he's something. He was something. I can't remember what he was.
Yes. Either way, it doesn't matter now. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
so on even bigger movie news, Disney, the mega super company, was in talks to buy Fox movie properties. So that would include X-Men, Deadpool. That's really the only ones I care about.
Don't care about
But
this.
what was that?
Don't care about.
Care about what?
What happened?
4.
Oh, there he is. Did
Oh,
Justin?
we lost you. Jeff.
Nope, you're back.
I'm back.
Where'd you go?
But I made it back.
Right. So
I ran away
Dark
from
Universe got him.
you see what happens when you talk about Fantastic Four? It just shits everywhere.
Damn.
Anyway, yeah, no, I mean, I wish Disney would buy them because then they could just own everything and have a monopoly.
Yeah.
apparently,
Apparently,
but it's probably still a ways off.
yeah. Apparently, like if the deal had gone through, there was a good chance that they would have canceled The Simpsons or something like that. I read that.
What?
I also saw
didn't-
something like
I think it was on Screen Rant, but because I didn't go fully into the article.
I saw something
itself.
too that said that they actually didn't want their main focus wasn't the Marvel stuff. It was actually like Futurama.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
my guess is because Disney's going to launch that streaming service, this would have given them a lot of content for that. Just
Right.
because if they don't have stuff on it to watch, then no one's going to subscribe. So
Right.
as we were talking when we talked about that story way back about the Disney thing, it's kind of like, well, what is going to be on there? Just like the Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney movies and Disney shows.
Wait,
and
what do
stuff.
we have?
By that time,
Wait.
they're gonna buy Fox and Sony.
Wait, would they have had the other movie studios they own on it, or is it
What do
just
you mean?
like the?
From what I understand, it
They
was
own I think they own like Miramax. They own other Disney, they own like movies. I think they still own Miramax or whatever Miramax is now. Like they own the studio that made Pulp Fiction. Like they own the studio that made like Pulp Fiction and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Hmm.
But
Through.
not yet, at least.
Oh,
Yeah.
It'll happen. There's my prediction. November 8th, 2017. Disney will buy Fox at some point.
Okay.
Put it-
good bold. That's a bold prediction there, Cotton. Wonder if it'll ever pay off.
Then we'll be doing the podcast, well, maybe in 2028, and we'll be like, well, they finally did it.
Disney and Apple now own everything.
Disney, Amazon, Apple, and Google now split. They just split up the world for slots.
Good God. Justin, you have a mini quick mindfuck for this week because I don't have one. So
Oh, you don't have one? Well, good thing I came prepared.
I know, right?
So basically, there is someone who recorded footage of them playing Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, and they created a neural network that basically just viewed the footage, and just from viewing the footage was able to play Super Nintendo Mario Kart like correctly. Like it actually raced, stayed on the track, won races, stuff like that.
Just by
Just
thinking
from
about
viewing
it.
footage, like
So
looking at it.
So he basically created his own NPC without all the
Yep.
the coding and stuff like that.
Yep, basically just from like I believe the neural network just like basically viewed just having the footage, learned how to play the game.
That's pretty.
And yet we can't cure cancer.
We're all gonna die.
Skynet is
robots.
Right.
Now,
We're closer to Skynet.
literally, we're
God.
gonna be like, all right, we created this AI. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like, all right, eliminate anything bad. It's like, oh, humans are real bad. It's just gonna kill us all. Like, oh, humans by far the worst thing that's ever happened to this planet.
Oh, actually, here this is a kind of it's an older story. This kind of goes along with that. So China created 2 chatbots. Their AI, their chatbots, and they had to shut them down because they started to learn and started making anti-government posts.
I remember that.
Yeah, so they basically were starting to they were criticizing the Chinese government, like being the chatbots, and China was like, "Nope, we're going to shut these down."
Jeez.
So yeah, that was
But
pretty funny.
that's actually code for there was that 2 real people doing it and they just got them. They just murdered them. That's all. That's,
Right.
that's the cover up.
Cover up.
News topic number 4: Roy Halladay passed away while flying his plane. Did you guys see the footage of that? Actually,
I did not.
TMZ got footage. So it's not like a big plane. It's literally like a personal 2-person plane that he was flying. That he it's a company he made, and apparently there's footage that these guys got where he's basically doing a bunch of stupid maneuvers in the plane. He's like going real high, then dipping down real low, doing like barrel rolls and all kinds of like experienced pilots probably wouldn't and shouldn't do. And he fucked up and ended up just crashing in the water like real hard. There's a video. The guy's got video like showing the plane right before it crashes, and then there's a video of them like driving in their boat up to the crash, and like the plane is just dismantled, just like completely crushed. So while yes, it's sad he died, he was being stupid. And
This is a sports person, right?
Yeah, he's
I was gonna say, since we
Yeah.
usually don't talk sports, we should probably mention that.
oh yeah, so he was a famous Major League Baseball pitcher. Pretty good when he was pitching. He was only 40 years old.
You know if he's any good at catching?
I don't know. His wife was pretty hot, so maybe they were into that kind of thing.
That's so bad. Never mind. I apologize, God.
I know. Too soon.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm just talking about him being gay now.
No, too late. Good God.
Too late. Joke's
late.
over. He's gone.
Good God. Good God. All right. So on to not so sad news. Brian Michael Bendis is moving from Marvel to DC. So
God
that's.
damn right.
I feel like it's not
God damn.
as big of a deal
now,
now, like it would have been a few years ago when, because like I think the only things he's writing right now is Miles
Jessica
Morales.
He writes
Jones.
Defenders. Yeah, he writes Jessica Jones, Defenders,
Defender.
Iron Man. He still writes Iron Man, right?
yeah, he
Iron
writes
Man
the
stuff, right?
Does he?
does-
Yeah. Okay.
does
He maybe does.
Iron Man stuff.
And he did Civil War too.
Wasn't he the one that
Maybe
either
Guardians of the Galaxy?
created or started with Miles
Huh?
Yeah. Well,
Wasn't he the
he's
one that
he
kinda created or started
Ultimate
with- Yeah, he
Spider-
did.
Morales? Okay.
that. Oh,
Created
now.
Jess- Yep, created Jessica Jones.
Well, now he's gonna
I
go
think-
over and he's just gonna fuck up DC.
He gonna help us out. I didn't know. Apparently, him and Jeff Jones are like good friends. Like they're really good friends. So he was pretty
Who?
hyped to have him come over. Jeff Jones. Jeff Jones.
Jeff Jones.
Jeff Jones. Like, who's Jeff Jones? Jeff
Jeff
Jones.
Jones.
Are you trying to do Mike Jones? Like
Yes. That's what I was trying to do.
Whatever happened to Mike Jones?
who?
I don't know. Why don't you call that number?
Jesus Christ. I think it's good because even though he hasn't done as much recently in Marvel, like he doesn't have as much acclaim now. You know, that could be just because he's been there so long and like he's, you know, if you do the same thing for so long and work with the same characters for
Right.
so long,
Yeah.
you're gonna get like burnt out. So I'm sure once he moves over to DC, you know, he'll have access to a ton of characters he's never worked with before. Even though he wrote one Batman story, like a mini Batman story, but besides that, he's never really worked.
What would you like? Who would you like?
characters.
Like, what character would you like to see him work on? Maybe needs like a refresh or something like that.
I would like to see him do Batgirl. 'Cause he seems like he's good with women characters, like with Jessica Jones, like a Batgirl, maybe even Batwoman, or I don't know, anything pulpy. So anything in the Batman world.
So you're saying that he's better with girls than Brandon is?
Why you get
Damn,
bust balls?
how many bullets you got in that gun? Damn, Steve, can you take the bullets out of that gun? God,
You got that just really throwing some shades over there.
It's too bright in here.
God.
That was like the whitest thing I've ever said.
You're really throwing some shades over there, Steve.
Show us some bullets.
Shade over there.
Dang man,
You really
you
got to throw those blinds over there, making it real dark.
Hey, that's my man's though.
I don't really know anything about this guy, so I was just like, "Oh, this is a big deal." Well, I'm seeing it everywhere, so it must be a big
But
deal.
you really
Like,
don't? Oh yeah, you don't. He literally wrote. I think he wrote Avengers for like a good 6-7 years.
Yeah, I heard he had a big part in Secret Wars, and he's done a lot. I was thinking what Tony was saying.
Invasion.
Just from what I've read, is like maybe he hasn't really been doing like very popular stuff lately, but maybe just getting a new scenery kind of is going to spark his imagination again, and they'll give him something good to do, and he'll do it. Because it seems like people are either really excited or some people are like, "Oh no," like kind of thing. So
Yeah,
I think a lot of people are excited.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't imagine why anybody wouldn't be excited for it. I will say it's going to be interesting to see who like takes over all his Marvel work.
I was looking at something with like they said they might. I saw someone they said that they might just cancel, like they should just cancel Jessica Jones, because I didn't know like he's the only person who's ever written a Jessica Jones, like anything with her in it. He's the only person who's ever written a comic, written her. No other writers written Jessica Jones.
Like
I feel like
well, it's got to be you mean centric, like Jessica Jones centric comic, right?
No, I mean to my knowledge, I mean
and that wasn't written.
Was
that written by him? I don't think it was.
I don't remember. I mean, he's been the major, like anything when she's like a big part, like a major part, like when she was, because she was big, she was prominent in New Avengers. That's all of that was him.
Yeah.
And I think even when Hickman took over, she wasn't really in it.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Although, I mean, like even in the location stuff, I don't know.
So I guess on Twitter he did post something about that he kind of made like almost like a hint of doing a Shazam comic.
Doing a
Not
what?
worry about that.
Shazam.
Oh, Shazam!
Or
goddamn.
that a lot of people want him to do that. That's the series they want him to do. Like actual people. And
I mean,
kinda
he could
was
do it like he's been writing a kid. Well, although maybe he doesn't want to because he's been writing about a kid for past 20 years.
Yeah.
Kid superhero. I don't know, but he'd be good at it though.
I just wonder if they'll give him something like a new series, or like we're launching a new series and he's the writer and that's like the attraction. Like, oh, you want to read about this, new character, or if they'll just be like, all right, he's taking over, and then you want to read this not because. Yeah.
Well, so is Vertigo still doing a lot of creator-owned stuff, or?
Yeah.
So,
they have another imprint. They have another like a little, because they have like the Doom Patrol. I think it's called Young Animal or something. The one the guy from My Chemical Romance runs. So maybe they'll give him something over there too. I don't know. Right. I'm sure they told him you can pick what you want. You can just pick. They like he's Brian. You can just pick whatever you want.
They don't want Batman. They're like,
do you?
Like,
Batman's fine. Batman's fine where it is now. It's fine.
So he can have anything except for Batman.
Oh, there's like 52,000 Batman now, so they could probably just throw another one. All-Star Batman just ended, so
I'll give him Detective. He do Detective.
Batman.
Detective Comics gonna be terrible, I guess.
Justin, how's Senior Batman doing? Haven't heard from him in a while.
I think he got lost in the woods drunk.
Oh, true.
His fantasy league hasn't seen him this year except for once anyway either.
Oh,
I think like it's like I had a kid or something, and he's just like he went on a drunk binge or something. I don't know what his deal is.
he's like, I ain't fucking with that guy anymore.
Like, I don't even know you anymore.
I heard you guys back broken. by not
Bano.
by Bane, but by Poop Stain. By Poop Stain, not Bane, Poop Stain.
Maybe one of these weeks he'll just come and do the podcast for me like the whole time.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, someone told him
Podcast ever.
he had to build a wall and pay for it, and then he ran away.
Oh, true. Stupid wow. God. All right.
Trump, you stupid bitch! Why you build WoW?
Last piece of news. So Niantic, the company that created Pokemon Go, is looking to create a Harry Potter mobile game that will be similar to.
So, are you finding magical beasts or what?
Let's see. Justin has here in the notes: exploring real-world neighborhoods and cities across the globe, go on adventures, learn and cast spells, discover mysterious artifacts, and encounter legendary beasts and iconic characters.
I don't know why I'm laughing. Tony started
I don't
laughing.
know why I misheard you when you said that. I'm like, the game is about exploring real world neighborhoods. So I'm just walking around in real life. I just kind of brush past everything else.
You open the app.
Explore your
Go
neighbors.
outside and find
Harry,
something to do.
Harry, it's a building.
Right. Right.
So,
It's like you're a wizard. Just
Was that
go
your-
outside and grab a stick and act like it's a wand. It's all set in the app. It actually doesn't do anything.
it's like dress up as a wizard and
Right.
go into Siouxland. What?
But there's a fantastic beast there. It's in Southeast DC.
On that
You
court,
should go
son.
find that.
Where'd you find that beast
Good
at?
God.
On the courts.
Heard he's breaking ankles.
Good God.
Oh my God, Harry, he's broken everybody's ankles. We shall call him Ankle Breaker.
Good God.
Ankle
good God.
Braconius.
So before we leave the news, I found like some of the stuff that Disney owns. There's a ton of shit, by the way, but they do not own Miramax anymore.
Okay.
Also, some of the stuff they used to own, Power Rangers, along with
did?
Beetleborgs, VR Troopers, Masked Rider, and Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. They also used to own Digimon.
Wait, wasn't all of this on Fox?
Yes.
Yes.
Full circle.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, because going back to that, I believe Fox said they just want to focus on news and sports and nothing else.
They also own all of.
Fox News is
A&E.
terrible.
Oh, true.
So
Mm.
All news is terrible.
Oh, that was also another thing
They
too.
own
They would
ASP?
also Disney would get like FX and FXX.
oh yeah,
Like they would get access
They
to
would just
that.
call it DX and DXX.
yeah. I don't know what kind of shows are A&E. I can't remember, but they own that.
On A&E.
Yeah,
Um,
and Lifetime.
Duck
Television
Dynasty, Intervention, Bates Motel, Born This Way, Hoarders, Dog the Bounty Hunter, Shipping Wars, Parking Wars, Storage Wars,
Ooh, I love me some Storage Wars. I tell you.
War to End All Wars. Oh, Live PD. That's the big thing right now on
Oh
A&E
yeah.
Network.
Mm.
I
So-
find it so weird, by the way, that show, like last season, was close to you guys, and this season it's literally like 2 counties over from here. It's like, what the fuck?
You say close to us? It was literally us.
Yeah.
Well, literally, okay.
It was us.
I didn't know if you wanted to reveal your location. All the like, if there's like we have like a SPR stalker or something.
Oh, they live there.
Well,
I'm gonna find all
See,
3
if-
of them and put their face
Josh.
on the ceiling.
I was like, seeing as we only have one listener and he already knows where both of us live.
Josh is the stalker.
We're screwed. Josh knows where to live.
Hey, Mark, you piece of shit! You don't listen anymore. If when you finally hear this, tell me so I could say you're. A piece
Oh, I have
of-
some. I have some news too, but and only Justin will care. No, not yet.
Wrestling.
Yeah,
Justin,
Not yet.
did you hear who the new WWE champion is?
I did.
AJ Styles.
If you
beat
say
Jinder
Roman
Mahal.
Reigns, what?
No, he's actually
No.
sick. Like he's not. You
Makes
don't even know who those are. Jinder Mahal.
Survivor Series was quite interesting. Because at first I was like, oh, Jinder versus Brock. I'm like, I guess.
So
But
it
I
went
wonder,
from
like-
an Indian guy versus Brock Lesnar to a white guy versus Brock Lesnar. So
Oh, that's
white man versus
racist.
white man.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey Dakota, how do those sheets taste?
I know, right? She looking at. I just clean these sheets.
We have dog abuse on camera now.
Right?
I didn't hit her. I like.
Oh,
I
this is a disaster.
I didn't hit her. I just like. I'll do like a swipe,
Swipe or no
A swipe.
swiping?
Swipe that bitch. All right, the third of our video game console episodes. So save the best for last. Save the best for last. Clearly, we will be talking about Microsoft's Xbox today.
Thank you.
I hate my hero.
All right, so let's start off, Brandon, with your history of Xbox consoles.
All of them.
All three of them.
Yep.
I've hit every Xbox console. I'm a diehard Xbox fan.
Yeah, I had them all. Got one that had Halo with it. So my very first game ever.
First game ever.
No, sorry, with the Xbox. Some of the other games I've had. Actually, my second game might have been Knights of the Old Republic. Actually,
Mm.
is that old enough?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know it was on the original Xbox, but I didn't know if it was like one of the earlier games or not.
I don't know if it was. Yeah.
It was probably like in the middle.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
How long was the Xbox around? Was it like 5 years? Because in the 360 it was like 10
I don't
years.
think that.
Wow.
I think it was like 2 or 3. I don't think it was that long.
I would say I don't think it
The
was.
original Xbox released November 15th, 2001.
Jesus.
When did 360 come out? 6, 5?
Yeah, it was. It was 05.
When was it? 5? I know
It was
it came out
05.
before the PS3 and the GameCube, or not GameCube.
Yeah.
The Wii. I mean,
Yeah. Xbox 360 history. We probably should have did our research. Look at this. We're a terrible
Oh.
podcast.
that's not how we do
You
it.
know how to do research.
I'm sorry. June 2014. Of June 2014. That's a lie.
I said that's the Xbox One, if
Yeah.
anything.
November 22nd, 2005. Yes. So
So 4 years.
4 years.
Okay, so yeah, it's
Then-
probably like the second or third year then.
Yeah. But then the Xbox One didn't come out until 2013.
Yeah, it was like almost like a 10-year life cycle. I remember. Almost.
Oh, what the hell?
If you round up.
Almost. So Justin, what was your history with
I had the OG Xbox with that big old Duke controller, and I didn't get rid of it, even when they made the smaller one. It's like, fuck this shit. And then 360, and then they did the 360. Was it Elite?
Elite? Yes.
The black one with the bigger hard drive and
Elite.
stuff. I did that
Yes.
one, and then I think that was the last Xbox One I owned until or not Xbox One, Xbox 360 I owned until the one came out, and now I have the Xbox One X.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, I guess I can't say I have all of them yet.
Yeah, bitch.
Xbox One X, yeah.
You ain't
Shit.
have it.
You ain't shit.
Good God.
Yes.
Tony, your history with the Xbox consoles.
I've owned. It just happened to happen. I've owned the first Xbox, and I've owned the one, which I really enjoy my original. Xbox.
I
Ton
am
of
the
games.
one. The one you don't.
I am the one.
Wait, you completed
I
360?
yeah, I never bought a 360. I bought a PS3. There was no reason for me to buy a 360. Because I didn't want it to,
full circle.
and I didn't want it to melt. I didn't want to have to wrap it in a towel to get it to work. So
I remember Mike.
Like, waiting for the old stuff.
Mike used to wrap it in a towel. He like tried the toothpaste on the discs.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure he also put peanut butter in it too. Like
What?
He took yeah, I don't know. He took all kinds of shit.
The toothpaste on
Like,
the disc
they-
works. Like, that actually takes the scratches out if you do it correctly.
Yeah. Well, no, I think he literally just put toothpaste on it and stuck it in the disc.
Just shove it in the Probably
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
the towel trick definitely worked because I did it once and it made my Xbox work. And then I traded that shit in a GameStop immediately that day.
Yep.
And got a new one.
Yeah. My history is pretty much the same as Brandon's, except for I have bought the X. I've had everyone.
I mean,
with that.
Can't Brandon still technically say he's on all three? Because in the X, the X is still an Xbox
Right.
One,
It's-
technically.
It came out yesterday, and Brandon doesn't have it, so therefore he can't say he owns them all.
So wait, if I
Whatever.
so wait, you're telling me if I buy a PS, wait, damn, I lost character. If I bought a PS5, I can't technically say I've owned all the PlayStations. I don't have a Pro.
Nope.
I never bought a Pro.
That is correct.
Wait,
I
so
disagree.
you bought every wait. I'm sorry to cut you off, Steven. You're telling me so wait, you bought every Xbox. So even like all the 360s, the Elite.
The
You bought
F-
them?
the
Did you have an
Slim.
Xbox Elite?
And yeah,
You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. There's only one Xbox, right? The original, right?
You know what's funny too, Gal, is we also both have owned the Xbox One S.
yes, we did have those.
So if Brandon bought an X,
Yeah.
he still can't say it because he never had an S.
Yep. Brandon fucked up.
Whatever. I had all
It's on Xbox One,
the ones that mattered.
The way, okay,
But
the
I
way
am
the
the
Xbox One.
when it plays games that can't be
Jet
played
Li
on
the
the
one.
older one, that's when it counts. Is it like owning it?
But the Xbox One
So-
plays games for all the old ones.
I'm saying like when like the Xbox 2 comes out, it won't play games on the Xbox One. Like you won't be able to go on the Xbox One, put an Xbox 2. Like every time that happens, like there's been 3 generations.
Okay.
I just had an epiphany. You guys remember the one with Jet Li
Who's Tiffany?
Yeah.
and how he had to kill himself, like he killed himself in other dimensions?
Yeah.
Is that why there's an Xbox One X? Because like it's just killing all the other Xbox. It killed the Xbox One, it killed the S, and now it's the X. Oh my! It's the one.
There's a Xbox One X is gonna walk into my house and destroy my Xbox.
Yes. I'm strong and just walk out. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm sorry to take the tangent. Yeah, your history Xbox. Sorry.
All right, Brandon, what's your favorite Xbox exclusive game? Or game and or series?
All right. Like, part of me wants to say Halo just because it was the very first game I ever had, but I think I'm gonna go with Gears of War series, more specifically, probably Gears of War 3. That was definitely the best. I mean, I finished out the trilogy. It had a really good story, and then in terms of online multiplayer gameplay, it was definitely the best.
Yeah, I see there. It was definitely the best. Although I will say, playing Gears of War 1's multiplayer as much as we did, it was very fun. That's the first time that I got from somebody because they thought I was black. So that was fun. Since I played with were actually black, so they just assumed that I was also black, and they called me stupid black guy, and then so that was always fun. That was
Solid.
fun.
Yeah, I mean, I also kind of want to say Gears 2 because that's actually the one game. That's the game that I started like playing with all of you guys. I didn't start with 1. Like,
Yeah,
Gears 2 was like the one where I joined the group with all you guys.
the good group. More
The Get Good group.
get great. Good God, Justin, what was your favorite exclusive?
My series is probably Halo, and Halo 3 was probably, well, you know what? Halo 4, I'm going to say, which is probably the most unpopular Halo. It was my favorite.
Yeah.
Because me and Melissa, like when I first met Melissa, that's like when I decided to marry her, is because she played Halo 4. So like, that was part.
He's like,
We
oh,
just
gotta
did,
put a ring on it.
like literally every night I'd come home and it's like we're playing Halo 4. Like we literally just played Halo 4 every night, like multiplayer. And I really liked it. Like people didn't like the loadouts and stuff, but I kind of liked it.
I
But,
definitely didn't beat Halo 4.
Didn't beat it. The story,
No.
you mean? We beat it once. I think like the first weekend or two we had it, we were like, all right, we'll do the story, even though we just want to do multiplayer. And then literally from there, we just, I think it's going to unlock something in multiplayer. So that's why we did it. But
I never beat the story there. I'm pretty sure Josh, when he's listening to this, Josh, if you're listening, text us and let us know. I'm pretty sure Josh still has Halo 4 in the wrapping in his on his TV stand. Josh has an unopened. I don't know. He has an unopened. I'm fairly certain he still has it.
Josh is special. That's why. Don't answer.
Yeah,
He's a good
actually,
special
probably
person.
sell it on Amazon since it's in the wrapper, like
Oh, that's
for
true.
like some decent money instead of trading it in for $3. That GameStop, but it's in the wrapper,
Right?
Nope.
Well, the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure he still has it because it's in the wrapper, and GameStop won't take stuff that's in the wrapper.
Yeah, he'd have to open
Wait,
it.
really?
Yep,
Damn,
nope. They
Josh
bring
is
it in the
listening
wrapper.
live. Did you know that?
Oh, he
Josh
said he
is-
traded it in.
Damn.
Damn.
And hey,
Yeah.
at least we got a live listener. Look at that. Josh is listening.
Yeah.
God damn.
Because
What would you estimate as the trade-in value for Halo 4?
on Xbox 360, it
I would
would be
say 15. No,
$1.50.
10. No, that's way too high. Sorry, 5.
Man, you're like,
Yeah,
You got $400.
Trading credit, not including the pro memberships, is 50 cents.
Damn, that's $1 over.
damn. Josh, how much did you get for it? If he remembers.
You don't know.
Why are you like looking out at his face
Wait,
like
I-
you wait to respond to you?
What'd you get?
Yeah. Oh wait, wait, we can't see him respond anywhere. Oh wait,
He would have to text. I mean, if you go on the YouTube thing, he would have to type it in there, but he could just text us.
We'll get I traded. You can get a live update. Do. We'll break in.
Right.
We'll break in. We'll break in when he responds.
Right. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Tony, your favorite exclusive?
Mine is actually Fable 1 on Xbox, the original
yeah.
Xbox. I feel like
Yeah,
that was like
Fable.
really the first, like that was like the pre Dragon Age, pre like Witcher, which I love, like Dragon Age, that kind of stuff. So
That was like the first fantasy RPG, really. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
on Xbox was Fable, and
The one-
yeah,
I kind of have a second one too. They're neck and
Okay.
neck. Mechasol.
Tell
I
him.
think it's is it Mechasol? Mechasol.
Oh yeah,
Xbox,
Mecha,
on the original
Mechasol,
Xbox.
yeah.
That's actually the
That
first game I ever
was-
played on
that
Xbox
was-
Live.
That was the shit. The shit.
A list of the top Halo games, and like some of these I kind of forgot about. So I'm like, oh yeah, that game was fucking awesome. My favorite exclusive is Knights of the Old Republic. So simple one for me. One that I remembered that I didn't remember originally was, I think the very first one I actually played wasn't Halo. It was Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey.
I remember that.
Yeah, that game was pretty fun to play. But
I'm gonna throw out another game that was actually shit.
dog thingy. Nuts.
what, Brand?
Like in Odyssey, those little rabid like
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
trumper. I don't even know what the hell they actually were.
Yep. Yep. What were you saying? Oh,
Josh said he traded it in for the Pro, so no clue how much he got for it. GameStop gives $5 tips for the most. $5 tips
$5
for
top.
most stuff. If it was,
$5 top.
oh, I was like, $5. Oh, I didn't see the change. $5 tips.
GameStop's like,
to give-
here's a tip. Don't trade it in.
Here's a tip: don't trade it in. $5.
Good God.
Oh, the game I was gonna say is I know me and my cousin used to play it all the time. It was Brute Force on the original Xbox.
Oh yeah.
It was like, in hindsight, like we just played it so much, but it just played through the story. I remember it was like 1 week and we just literally like went through it. But in hindsight, I bet you that game's terrible.
What is that party game we were talking about?
Oh, Fusion Frenzy.
Not too
Fusion Frenzy, yeah. So, two other games: Midnight Club
Hmm.
and Racing 2.
Oh yeah, Project Gotham. I forgot about that. That was Forza.
Yeah.
Before.
Wait, Midnight Club wasn't there.
That's
Ooh, Forza.
Midnight
Forza.
Club?
maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. I thought it was around the same time, but yeah, Project Gotham Racing 2
I know Project. Yeah.
was
And Forza is another good series that we didn't. None of us picked.
I feel like I chose Need for Speed over those two racing games most of the time.
once Forza Horizon came out. Josh, you fat ass.
Wait, what? Is...
Josh asked what's for lunch tomorrow. Fat ass. Good guy.
Outback.
Yeah, wait. Gotta interrupt us on our podcast.
Josh,
So what's for lunch
that's
tomorrow?
15 hours away, bro.
You might as well answer this. You might as well answer at this point.
Outback. Of course.
Man.
Oh, true.
I'm off tomorrow. I'll be there around noon.
You got to leave now.
Yeah, actually, probably. True.
Burnout was another series.
Oh yeah, that was
Was that
fun.
exclusive?
No, it was not exclusive. I'm just going through.
But it was still
So
fun.
was that solely a crashing game? Because I'm pretty sure that's all I ever did.
It had like the crash
It was racing,
mode.
too.
And there was like a race mode, but I don't think anyone played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all I ever did was try to get the highest score in like the crash mode.
Mhm.
I remember
Halo
that more
2.
from PSP.
Halo 2. Anybody else do like rocket launcher only multiplayer with
Yep.
Halo?
Rockets and snipers, basically.
Yep.
Or shotguns. Some people did shotguns, which didn't make any sense because if you have rockets, you're not getting anyone close to anyone.
Right.
At them.
Also, did you guys play any other than Valhalla? I feel like every single time the map was Valhalla.
I played a lot. What is
I can't
the
remember.
what is
I
the
don't
one
remember.
where it's like the two spaceships right next to each other and you could teleport between them?
Mid something, I feel like.
That's I feel like that's the one we played a lot.
Coagulation, Zanzibar, Foundation, Ivory Tower, Ascension, Desolation,
Wait, is this Halo 2 or Halo?
Tombstone. That's Halo 2.
Oh, I'm thinking of Halo.
Blood Gulch, Infinity, Derelict my balls, Sidewinder, Huron TL-34, Danger Cannon, Prisoner, Battle Creek.
I have no idea. I'm not gonna be able to tell you that.
It's like
I'm just naming you the maps.
the Battle
Halo
Creek
3.
got renamed to Beaver Creek
Oh.
in Halo, I think 2 or 3.
Valhalla. Yeah, that's the map. That's the map. Halo 3. All right. Favorite console of them all. Of all three of them. Brandon.
I'd have to go with Xbox One. Like it's definitely had the most advanced games, the funnest games. I mean, they had both of the Destinies, so and they're
True.
pretty up there. I mean, as much as I love Gears War, like that's all I pretty much played for the most part on the other consoles.
Yeah.
or at least 360.
Justin.
Well, you play Destiny, so what's the difference?
I'm playing Assassin's Creed right now. Shit.
What's the other game you play besides that?
What's the other game? I can't
Gears of
remember.
War 4.
The other game.
yeah, Gears of War.
True.
Yeah.
I'll
So you
do
got
Shadow of
Eva.
War.
Gears 1, 2, 3.
Doesn't even matter.
The game
War.
Yeah, Shadow of War. You better play 4.
You about to have a Shadow of War in this house.
Is that because you're black, Tony? Because that's
It's
racist.
racist.
Goddamn right.
He's gonna turn off all the lights. Fuck, I can't see him.
War's been won.
Tony, smile real quick.
Good.
Jesus Christ.
Good God.
You all hear this?
There's definitely a
boys.
shadow of a doubt on the shade.
You got a shadow of a doubt.
Watch yourself.
A shadow of a doubt.
God.
All right,
Like
Justin,
ice is coming for you. But it's cold in there.
If the lights go out during this podcast, call 911.
oh, good God. All right, Justin, favorite console.
Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. I'm going to say Xbox 360 is my favorite. it was my main console during that generation, and there was just so many franchises that got their start there, and it was kind of like how PS4 is now kind of like the dominant with like third-party games. Back then, 360, and like also 360 in a way kind of was like, I feel like the birth of like smaller games with Xbox Live Arcade, like things like Limbo and stuff like that, kind of like Shadow. What was that other one? There's a bunch of games that kind of like Geometry Wars and stuff like that kind of like started like, oh, you can make a game that's like small.
Really quick before I forget,
Yes.
one that was just like that. I'm not sure if you guys had, was called Beat Hazard.
Yep.
I've heard of
Was
Where
that.
awesome.
you had whatever music you had saved on your Xbox 360 played like the gun, like you had a ship, and it was kind of like Geometry Wars a little bit, and basically with the beat of the song was how strong your bullets were. So like if you put like that's kind of what it was, the difficulty and the like if you got a song that was like really bassy and like really loud, it was like beam of destruction. But if it was like a softer song, it's kind of like pew 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 pew. So yeah. Maybe I'll post a video of it from YouTube. You can keep going, Justin.
But yeah, that was probably. I mean, Xbox One might end up being it eventually, but for right now, I think 360 was probably my favorite of all the Xbox.
Xbox One needs to come out with some much needed games, exclusives.
Yeah,
that like are game
Yeah.
changers. 100%.
No pun intended.
We'll get back into that in a little bit in the next part of the podcast. Tony, your favorite console, Xbox or Xbox One?
Xbox.
Original OG.
Yep.
OG.
Any reason why? Because you actually play games on that one?
Yeah, I actually play a lot of games on it. I used to love. There's a game. It's a multi-platform game, but I had it on Xbox. Psyops, where like you were the military guy. You had the gun. You could like grab people, use telekinesis and stuff, and throw them around. No, none of y'all remember any of this game?
I remember seeing
was
that like
amazing.
Blockbuster back in the day, but I didn't actually play it.
That game was amazing. Amazing.
Oh, shrew.
Psyops, check it out. Because it had like the ragdoll physics. It was like one of the first games that had the ragdoll physics. So like you could grab anything and throw it at people and push them. It's basically you like a Jedi with guns.
Ah,
Oh, that
Psyops. Go find an OG Xbox and then find that game.
kind of reminded me of a
Check it
game
out.
that I used to
Well,
love playing, which was Splinter Cell.
Oh yeah, that
Oh, yeah.
started on Xbox.
I feel like that was like the birth of like the Assassin's Creed games. Like it
Yep.
was top dog and stuff. Yeah.
Because Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, I think originally were only on Xbox 360 at first.
Mhm.
I don't think they came. I think later to PS4, but I'm not sure. I know
Tony,
the
you
original, like the well, maybe not. No, I'm thinking
I
about
think
it.
it came out the exact same.
No, you know what I'm
Wait.
thinking of? I'm thinking of Mass Effect. That's what I'm thinking of. Mass Effect
yeah.
1 was a 360 exclusive,
Yeah.
and I think 2 was too. And then eventually, when they did the Game of the Year edition, they brought like 2. I don't know if they ever did bring 1, but
I think one is on there
3 was
now.
cool.
Assassin's Creed first released November 13th, 2007.
On.
PS3 and Xbox 360.
Yeah, no, I'm a liar.
Boom.
Got him. My favorite console is the Xbox One. I mean, it's got everything. And now the X, with the X, it's like, this is so cool. It's pretty cool. I mean,
That's got a question for you, Steven. Not really related to anything. Where's my Moonstone ring?
bruh, you ain't getting a Moonstone ring. You ain't getting one. We got a message from Josh. Josh said, "Shit, Assassin's Creed games weren't about stealth. They were about taking on whole armies and leaving all the bodies so you don't have to hide. I may have played those wrong."
Yeah, I was about to say that's because you played a bug. You attracted everyone to you.
Right.
You're like,
Josh is like, "Come at me, bro."
you're just like, shoot.
I got more breaking in. Who the fuck did this? In the notes.
Where's that?
What is
It's
that?
in the notes. Look, it's in
Go to the note. Go to the bottom of the
goddamn
note.
note.
Wait,
I was gonna say, oh, what everybody's reviewing, motherfucker.
I told you guys.
My-
I told you guys earlier. I
This is
told
the
you guys
downfall of
earlier.
my phone. It doesn't show it up on mine.
Oh,
Wait, really?
Oh.
No. Hang on,
Got
let me
him.
completely log it or get out of the notes.
yeah, might have to
I was
load
like-
it again.
God damn it!
That was me. That was me, by the way.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So what do you guys like about Xbox? Tony, I'm gonna start with you on this one.
Let's say start with Tony, please.
What are the pros of
Uh,
Xbox?
I like the one's controller. It's a very nice controller. It feels nice in my hand. It feels really nice. It actually feels really nice. I like holding the controller.
For the new one, the new like the Xbox, the
the one
newest controller.
the one that has the one I have. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's
That's it. Tony's like, that's it. Just the controller's nice. Everything else sucks.
Actually, I think some of the streaming apps work a little better on the Xbox. I think the Wi-Fi antenna is a little different than my PS4s. The streaming services work a lot better on my Xbox.
Are you talking about Twitch and Mixer, or just?
I'm talking about like YouTube, all the stream, like
Okay.
I'm in like watching video, whatever.
Okay. So like Netflix, Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, I got one more for you
Well,
too. It
that's,
had nothing to do with Xbox, but actually it does. I like that since it's Microsoft, their controller, I can just plug the controller in on my laptop and use it as a controller. My PS, I've never done like with my PlayStation stuff. I would have to get like a special piece of software, but the Xbox, obviously, I
right.
can just plug the controller in and it works
Yeah.
fine. It works. So, yep, there you go.
That's it. That's Tony's pros. And they're pretty good pros. Brandon, what do you like about the Xbox?
Everything no. I don't know if there's anything in specifically like it's just, I mean the games I mean like Gears of War was one of the biggest game like I feel like when I first started like 360 and stuff like that, and I feel like there's a little more like incentive for multiplayer. It's a little it's hard to say like exactly what I'm thinking here.
So let's
But-
see. I think I got the like kind of what you're talking about. So you're talking about how maybe for Gears of War, this is what at least what I'm thinking is like the characters, like the series and like the characters they build around are really good. So like the Gears of War series, like it invests you invest in it because you want to know like what Marcus Phoenix does, what Dom does. You get into those characters.
Yeah.
Josh, no, the Kinect is not a pro about the Xbox. Get the fuck out of here.
And then like another thing about the Gears is like aside from there's obviously like Battlefield, Jesus, Call of Duty,
Call of
Destiny, but none of those are exclusives. Like I feel like there's no major like multiplayer exclusive on anything other than at least as far as I can tell.
Is it so Tony, since you're the resident PlayStation expert, is there a PlayStation exclusive game that's a major PvP game?
You mean like in a Destiny set? Wait,
Yes, like Destiny,
in
Call of
terms of-
Duty, Battlefield. Is there anything PlayStation exclusive? I honestly can't think of anything.
See, but I think
does it
that's
count? Wait, does the Street Fighter count? Like Street Fighter 5?
wouldn't-
It's exclusive. I mean, it's player versus it has tournaments and everything.
Yeah,
But you mean like
I
a
just
massive,
mean-
you mean like a MMO kind of?
yeah, kind of like a not even MMO,
Like
just
like an online shooter, like where
I guess
the
online
PvP
shooter.
is like
They had a game called
the
Mag.
forefront of the game.
let's say a mag, Killzone.
But I think
little bit, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess if you think, like, I guess what Brandon's trying to make is like if you think about Gears of War and Halo, like those two online play, like between like player versus player,
Mhm.
like you can't. Those are unrivaled as far as exclusives go.
Yeah, and like even
Watch It League at one point.
and then I think
But
I don't
Rocket
know if
League's not
this is maybe
exclusive.
Microsoft
At
only
one point.
or if it's Xbox too, but unknown Battleground or whatever.
Battleground.
Yeah, is that Xbox only or is it like PC
Yeah.
only?
For now,
I think
For
it's
now.
time. Like it'll
Okay.
eventually.
it's
be.
come. Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, right now it's PC only. It's coming to Xbox.
Yep, in
Okay.
December, and then PlayStation. I guess they said they left the door open that like eventually it probably will.
Gotcha.
But no,
I think-
they don't have
I
a
think-
successful one. No.
I think their answer to like I see what you guys are saying. Like Xbox has their own games like Halo, Gears that are like multiplayer focused exclusives,
Mhm.
whereas Sony just goes, okay, Activision, we want Destiny exclusives, we want Call of Duty exclusives, we want like they just go to the games that like Battlefield, Battlefront, like stuff like that. They just go, we want some exclusives, so here's some money, and you can just fill that gap on our thing. Because then people, if they're trying to decide between the two versions, might go with this just because we have exclusive content. If they don't really, if
Right.
they alone or whatever. So
Like if somebody wants
Destiny.
Destiny, yeah, I was to say, if it's like somebody's like around this Christmas time, they're like, man, I really want to play Destiny, but I don't have an Xbox One or a PlayStation. Which one should I get? I bet there's going to be like a PlayStation bundle for holidays. Like that's the kind of stuff that PlayStation would get over Xbox is the marketing exclusives, which does help to boost their sales a little bit. I feel like,
mhm.
as far as characters go, I think Xbox. Like what major characters would be PlayStation oriented? Like what major character storylines?
Well,
Like obviously,
Wait,
like
you mean like a
Kratos.
story or like a person? Wait, you mean like
Not a story. I'm sorry, like a person. Like if you thought
Like you said, Kratos.
the major franchises, yeah, like the God of War franchise, and
Uncharted.
the Uncharted franchises, The Last of Us.
right.
I mean,
Not saying there isn't. I'm just trying to think of what other ones.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
right.
can-
Yeah, I'm not trying to say.
I'm sorry,
Not
go ahead,
really
Steven.
so much anymore, but Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I was-
more, but
Yeah,
I was just trying to think of other ones that aren't that PlayStation does have that you could think of. Like
I almost
you
feel
have
like with
Halo.
PlayStation, it's. I mean, there are those like we just said, like God of War and stuff, but I also feel like they also like a lot of people like us that are a little bit more in the know more like their studios. Like you have Naughty Dog and Sucker Punch, and there's a bunch of those where people are like, oh, okay, like they made this game, like because like I forgot I'm blanking on the company, but the company that's making that Detroit that also made Heavy Rain, and
not Quantum. I would say Quantum Dreams.
I think that sounds right. Like
Yeah,
they
you guys
make
did Heavy Rain,
they make
yeah.
like standalone games. Like they don't really make sequels. They make a new thing every time.
Right, Quantic Dream.
Yeah. So like I feel like people are like, oh, what's the next game to be like? Even like the people that make Little Big Planet, like they're moving on to
Yeah.
something different now. So it's like I think people know their
No, yeah, and
studios more.
I'm not saying that that's bad against Xbox. I don't think that's what Brandon was trying to get at either. I think that's one thing Xbox does is a character in a series and can continue it over. And this PlayStation does a really good job at some of those single player games like that, but then they also, like you're saying, they do good one-off games, like they do good single games.
What I would say Xbox does better as far as exclusives is like you're saying is that they are able to make characters that translate in. I think what you're saying is translate into multiplayer. Like
Yes.
whereas I feel like PlayStation games kind of focus on the single player for the most part, and usually it seems like even though sometimes the multiplayer is fun, it's not really like something that blows up like Gears did or Halo or anything like that. Whereas like Halo, it's like okay, so yeah, you play the story because the story is really good, and then but also now there's multiplayer, and that's also really good.
Yeah.
But that's why you keep playing it.
Which is I think another thing you were saying towards the end too, Brandon, is the multiplayer aspect of Xbox is I feel like it's much better than PlayStation. Like Xbox Live parties and just playing online with Xbox is a little bit more user friendly and a better overall thing than what PlayStation had. I think they're moving into that.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like Xbox Live, I feel like has been better than PlayStation Plus.
It's hard to say because I have no experience with PlayStation Plus, but from my experience with Xbox Live, I would probably agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, like just before Destiny came out, like how often would people, like I don't know if I've ever heard of anybody like getting in a party like to play Call of Duty, like they just played it like online.
Well, I don't like playing alone with anybody anyway, so it don't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
I just get in a match or a team death match with random people. And I just whoop ass. So it don't matter.
Goddamn recluse.
Right? Wait, are you saying he's a black recluse?
Are you saying he's a spider?
Christ. Wait, aren't they brown?
God damn. Well, yeah, brown. It's brown.
It's brown. It's Tony Brown recluse.
Tony Brown,
Tony,
that's his new persona for today.
God damn all of you.
good guy.
But the one thing I'll say is I feel like what Xbox does better is I feel like they just, especially lately since Phil Spencer's become president, I feel like they've been just like they know what the fans want and they just do it. And it's kind of because they have to because they're trying to play catch up right now. But like we wanted a Spotify app and we basically Sony had that kind of like that. I guess they had a deal or something, but then like eventually Microsoft's like, all right, we're gonna close down Groove, screw that shit, and we'll just get a Spotify app and everyone will be happy. So like stuff like that, like Xbox Live, like that was like as far as home consoles, that was like the first online multiplayer,
right?
And like they took a shot, like a chance with it, and it obviously paid off. So, and then like Gold, I know there's just like parties, like I feel like when it comes to online stuff, they've just always been ahead of the curve. I feel like PlayStation was the first to come out with Plus, where you get like free games, but they've adopted it, and I feel like especially lately, they've been a lot better about it. They've gotten at least on par. So I feel like when Xbox first started doing that, it wasn't as good, or like it'd be the same game, like it was that pool game for like 6 months straight. I feel like it was like, are you going to put something new in here? Because like one, no one wanted to play this in the first place. Two, it's been the same game for like 6 months. You want to pick something else? But I feel like lately they've been a lot better about it, and they always seem to kind of like just things like the Xbox Elite controller. Like, oh, people want to buy like a professional, I say, controller to play their games with paddles and stuff, but they don't want to spend $250, and they want something that's closer to like more official. Then it's like, okay, so they can have the Elite controller, and then backwards compatibility. People, even though that's really a feature that no one like by statistically, people don't really use it a lot, and that's why they kind of moved away from it at first. Same thing with PlayStation. They kind of like, okay, so now all our games, like 360, we're working on getting more of those on, and now they have original Xbox. Like I feel like they just do a lot of stuff like that, where like it's fan service basically, like just to get people to be like, oh, okay, so like there's a lot of stuff you can do here.
One big example of them listening to fans is basically when they announced the Xbox One and the whole like you can't play pre-owned games on here. Yeah, like that was a huge thing, and then there was such an uproar that they completely basically renovated and like gutted their original plan with the Xbox One and just completely made it for fans. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Business decision to do when they were what, like 5-6 months out, and they're like, fuck, we got to change up everything. Like,
yeah. And
that's a big,
kind of talking on Spencer, like it kind of seems like he's more about the fans than he is the competition. And I think that showed more recently with I think PlayStation recently came out with some type of it was like, oh yeah, it was the trophy thing where like you can earn money with trophies now on PlayStation. And he was like, man, that seems like a really good idea. He's like, I'm gonna use that on my own PS4 account or whatever, and like, maybe that's something we can institute later down the line on Xbox. So like, he's definitely not, he's not trying to like back or talk bad about PlayStation or anything like that. He just wants what's best for the fans, it seems like.
Yeah, I'd say like all the like executives at all these companies, I feel like he's like the one that's you like actually believe he actually plays the games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like he's like you can tell he's a gamer. Like, because the thing is, before he was president, he was like in charge of the games, like what games were exclusive, like new games, like indie games, like what was coming to the system. Like that was his role, and then he actually moved up. And I feel like ever since he's come in, they've just been like, they've definitely taken a step up and been better now, because a lot of the stuff that we've gotten has been because of this, like including the Xbox One X. It's like stuff like that has really kind of expanded since he's gotten in the lead role.
Definitely. What do we dislike about Xbox? I'll start. The exclusive games selection most recently.
That's pretty much what I was gonna say.
The big dislike.
I think that's universally. It's just the problem. I think is it's just this like this. As much as like Gears is good and Halo is good and Forza is good, it's like that's it, and it's like the same thing every single. It's like it seems like there's nothing new. Like it's like it's like, oh, this game was people liked, and then it's like nothing.
What were you gonna say, Tony?
I mean, they did a Quantum Break, which I thought that was a pretty good game, and that was a pretty like unique thing to do. The game and then the TV, like the TV show stuff, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually really like that game. Alan Wake, the same developer did that. That was another one I liked.
But
But,
that's I mean that's like it. Like you get it's
Right.
hard to. There's a few and far between of what you get with
Yep.
Xbox.
I think that's the problem is like because I think with Alan Wake, people when Quantum Break was announced, people were like, "Oh, we want Alan Wake 2," because the story was you could just tell it wasn't done. There was more to the story, and even the developers like, hopefully someday we can finish that story. But I think some people want sequels, and the other people are like, "Well, I want something new." And it's like you can't do both at the same time, so it's just one of those unfortunate things.
Yeah, Tony, what do you dislike about Xbox?
Let me get my list out.
This motherfucker.
This motherfucker.
For the most part, their consoles are too big size wise. I know the S and the X are small. The S and the X are they're small consoles, but like the one I have, the original Xbox One is it's a VCR. That's a little too big. But I know why they have.
The original Xbox was like bigger than a VCR.
Yes, it was.
That shit was huge. Like good God.
That I mean, I know why they did it. Like, they didn't want to have a 360 issue again, so that's why it's so big. It has all the fans and everything.
Right.
I don't really like the interface that much. It's slow. Even I haven't used the new updated one that much, but like the one prior, it was slow, laggy for me. It's like it's a lot going on. I'm used to the PlayStation thing of like it's just a line of your games. You select it. If you need to do something else, you go up and go down that list. It's very like.
I think that's
very
a byproduct of Xbox trying to be an all-in-one entertainment console.
Right.
As
Yeah,
opposed
that's more to be interactive and like so you can see what your friends are doing and stuff like that.
Yeah. Which I mean, I totally get. I only really use it for gaming. So
yes,
yeah.
But it's like I'm trying to get to settings and like I got to go through so much. I'm like, damn it, I'm trying to get to settings. And then I have to tab over to get to like the store. I'm like, it's just give me a screen with the games and a settings thing and a store button. That's all I need.
Yeah, they've gotten better.
On that topic, I feel like they refresh the dashboard like too often.
Yeah,
like you just start getting used and figuring out like, all right, cool, this is how it is, and you're just like used to it for like a little bit, and also like, all right, we're completely redoing it, and you're like, oh, okay, like that's, and like it's never, I don't think it's bad ever, like it's always fine, but it's just like. Moving a few things, and it's like, okay, well, like right now the new thing that they did was those like, oh, you can add a game like down, and anything that happened, like, oh, if a friend shares something, you can see in that game on this that, and you can see your friends. Like, well, I'm not going to add any of those.
I still just go to my games and apps every time I want to go to a game, unless it's on my recent. Yeah,
that's it. Like I don't really need anything else.
But the pins, you got to hit the home button, then you got to click on pins, then you got to scroll down, and you got to go to like three things. Just like,
yep.
Yeah. No, we get it. But
I understand that they have to have the mixer tab because obviously they own Mixer. But it's just like I always have to like right by. I always just go right past it. Same thing with like the movies and TV. Like it's like
who actually buys their movies and TV on Xbox?
Yeah, I don't.
Like you buy it on Amazon or you buy it on Apple. Like that's or
something like that. Yeah, Voodoo. Something.
Yeah, Voodoo to do.
Another thing I don't like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong with the X. Does the X come with a rechargeable battery in the controller? Yeah, that's one. Why can't they just put a rechargeable battery in the controller?
Well,
that seems like a very trivial.
What happens when the rechargeable battery in the PlayStation 4 controller dies?
Mine has yet to die, so I think my PS3 controller still works. Like when I was living in Odenton, it still worked. I have to charge it. It still works fine.
I was just curious. Like that's what I guess what they like. That would be Microsoft's.
With that. Here's one thing I would say. I mean, like, if you're playing wireless and it dies, and you want to keep playing, you either have to A, plug it in, or B, have another controller that's charged. Whereas this, you switch the battery and you're ready to go right away.
But how often do you
not for telling you wrong.
How many goddamn batteries you got to buy?
Just a curiosity question, actually, Tony. If you had like a rechargeable battery pack, like a just a separate one, like you would charge your phone with, could you plug that? Could you use that to charge your controller?
I think as long as I plug the charger in, plug the other into a USB. Even like if I took like this out of the PS4 and plugged it in.
Like
Plug it
yeah,
into
like a
my
rechargeable pack.
battery pack.
I think you
It
can.
should. Yeah.
I'm just curious.
'Cause
Like,
I can plug my I can plug my controller into the wall, so I'm assuming so. I've seen it charge. Like I've actually plugged it into my iPhone charger and it's charged. So
curious. I was just something I thought about for charging, but makes sense.
I don't know, I just like having a rechargeable battery, and I don't want to go buy keep buying batteries because I bought a rechargeable battery pack for the Xbox controller, like the mic, whatever the Xbox rechargeable thing is.
Yeah.
That comes with the cord.
See, I just
don't
have
wanna to
rechargeable
keep
batteries.
buying batteries.
Like we just have
Oh,
like
that works too.
yeah, that's how I get by it because I'm not buying a million batteries either.
How much?
Although I
how
feel
much
like
is that?
does Mark use batteries?
I don't know what he does because his controller dies like every single time we play anything.
Yeah, and I always feel like he's like, I gotta go change my batteries.
He's always just like you just hear him go, oh shit, and then all of a sudden like he's just gone. He's
Yeah,
like
he just
"Oh, my
stops
battery's
moving.
dying." Like what the hell are you doing?
Jeez. All right.
Watching porn on your Xbox? Like, what the hell are you doing, dude?
He's jacking off with the sticks. So where do you guys see Xbox going in the future? Like, what do you see for the future of Xbox?
Damnation.
Just probably, hopefully exclusive games for now. I mean, I don't think they're going to do a new console anytime soon, since they just released the X.
Yeah.
So just hopefully more content.
That would be ideal, Justin.
I think that the whole reason the X came out is to prolong this a little bit longer. So I'm thinking that they won't have a new console for a few years still, probably like 3-4, unless PS5 comes out. Something's like once PS5, the rumors start coming out about what that is and when it's going to be coming out and stuff. That's when they'll kind of start thinking about doing theirs as well. Because they're obviously already developing the next whatever it is. So
Right.
The one thing I'm wondering what's going to ever happen is if they're ever going to get to a point where they're like, oh, so this game only works on the X. Like, is that
That's
ever
what
going to be?
yeah, that's my thought too.
I'm like, is that ever going to happen, or are they just going to be like, no, we'll just release something new, and then that'll be the break? Because I think as someone that owns the X, games definitely look better. We'll get to that obviously when you get your review, but recommendation or whatever. But like, they look better, but I'm like, I can't help but think like they're not taking full advantage of the power right now. So it's kind of like, when is like, are they going to ever be able to do that, or is it going to be like, nope?
That's the thing is we don't have a game now. I think it's 4. I don't know if maybe Forza 6, Forza 7, whatever ones comes out, is where they made the game from the ground up using the Xbox One X, but back down for that one, like the D patch. Whereas everything now is made for the Xbox One, and then they come out with an update patch, which is basically just 4K. It's made games load faster and stuff, but that's not. We want games that are specifically built using this kit.
Yep.
And then scale it down to what you need to. Like that's what
I'm wondering. Like, is there going to be a time when like a game comes out and it's like, wow, this looks really good on the X, but on the non-X it's like runs slow almost, and like people are like, oh, it's clearly that this game, like even though it still technically works, it's just like you can tell like they took a little bit of advantage.
Like playing the OG Xbox games on the Xbox One now. Like that's what I want it to feel like. With the new game on the X. I mean, that's where I hope they're going. I would like to see more with the eventually, 3-4 years down the road with the what the hell is it called? The augmented reality stuff. The HoloLens, is that what it's called?
Yep.
I'd like to see that. Like there was a demo or like a video where the dude was like literally in his living room, like with a fake gun, like shooting shit. Like that's what, and like but the room was like the screen. Like that's kind of the shit I want to see. That's what I would like to see in the far
future. They need
future.
to drop the price on that shit.
Yes, yeah, they do.
I think like the dev kit's like $5,000 or some shit. I'm like, holy shit, no one's buying that if you put it that.
So, Tony, where do you see the future of Xbox?
I mean, I'm sure they'll be around for a while because since they're owned by Microsoft. Wait, hold on, sorry.
I'm sure they'll be around for a while.
Yeah, they'll be around.
PlayStation out their misery.
Jesus Christ, no, PlayStation will be around just as long. No, I mean, I see them growing and I don't know. I see them doing what they do. Keep doing them. They're gonna keep doing what they do.
Do you believe in him? Do you?
I feel like as long as Microsoft is around, I'm pretty sure the Xbox will be there. Because I mean, as of right now, that is Microsoft's most popular brand right now.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody saying, "Man, Office is really kicking Xbox's ass." Microsoft, even I think Office is like the most lucrative, like that makes the most money for them. But brand wise, Xbox is their bread and butter. So I just see them keep building and iterating on the Xbox brand, and
Yeah. I sure hope so. That would be great. Here, I got a not really a mind fuck, but an interesting fact since we're talking about Microsoft being who Microsoft is. So, in 2000, random fact of the day, 2009, there was a TED Talk with Bill Gates. He opened a jar of mosquitoes, saying that malaria is spread by mosquitoes. I brought some. I'll let them roam around here. There is no reason only poor people should be infected. And he waited for about a minute.
Somewhere.
He waited for about a minute before telling the audience that the bugs were malaria free, but he didn't tell anybody and just let these mosquitoes.
God damn.
Wait, so did everybody sit there? Oh.
That's kind of fucked up, but
Y'all gonna die,
right? Boop, boop, boop. We got a text message from our one listener, Josh. Sony Microsoft gaming merger, then Apple buys them out.
Laugh my ass off.
Left my ass off.
Laughing my ass off.
All right. Recommendations, Justin, since Brandon and Tony still have to think of some.
I'm going to recommend the iPhone X if you have $1,000 just laying around. No, I will say I guess what I'm saying is like if you're looking for an upgrade and you were kind of skeptical, the Face ID actually works like really good, and now I don't think I could go back to the button because my work phone has the button, and I constantly still swipe up to try to go home.
You're like looking at it, waiting for it to unlock. You're like, what
I'm
the
just
fuck
like
is
doing
going
like
on?
this, and I'm like, why is this not unlike what on that phone? But this phone also scares the shit out of me because the whole thing's like glass, and I'm just I haven't dropped it yet. I'm waiting for me to drop it.
I've seen so many like pictures and articles about people breaking their shit, and I'm like, that is scary. Like you pay $1,000, and like how much is it to fix it, Justin? Isn't it like $250?
Something like that. No, it's if you have Apple Care like I do, it's $30 to replace the screen.
Oh, that's not bad.
I think if you break the back glass though, it's a whole different story because you have to change the whole chassis.
Ooh, yeah.
The wireless charging stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because that whole back part's a little bit different, but yeah, because I have a case on mine, but it's super thin. I just bought a cheapo case until I can get a better one. But
do you have a wireless charger?
I'm not yet. It's on my Christmas list, but
it's wonderful.
Oh, you have one?
It's wonderful.
You like it?
Yes, I like it. I like it a lot because like right now, I basically what the fuck did I just do in this note? Like I can just type in here without having to worry about like the cord or anything. I can just pick it up and go. It's just nice to have. I usually have it when I'm working, but it's just easier to.
Wait, you work?
Right? Got him, Josh. You say something, I'm gonna bust you.
So wait, you have a job? I don't know. You're always home playing Madden.
True. So Justin recommends the iPhone X.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's, the screen being the full screen's cool. The notch doesn't bother me. It might bother some people, but it doesn't bother me. The screen's nice looking. Like it's an iPhone at the end of the day, but
it hangs up and it calls people.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't talk on my phone. Fuck that. I ain't about that life. Text me.
Text me, bro.
Better be worth my time if you call me. The doctor's office confirming an appointment or something. I ain't got time for you otherwise.
Josh just texted in with a GIF that says "she."
What was that? You gonna hit a shit? You gonna hit a fuck?
But yeah, I mean.
All right, Brandon, what's your recommendation?
If
you don't have one, that's perfectly fine.
Health insurance. Everybody should get it.
Wait, what? What? Car insurance?
No. Okay. Actually, I know you already kind of recommended this last week, but I'm gonna say doing the game share. especially when the person you're game sharing with has no like boundaries on how much he spends on the games, and you can download 188 games.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, game sharing with someone that buys everything.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, okay. He's like, man, he's like, you know what? I buy everything, but I really don't want to buy Assassin's Creed. Oh, Brandon already bought it. Let's game share.
Yep.
Because Steven wanted to do it because I had Assassin's Creed, and I was like, all right, sure, why the hell not? And then I saw like the list of games he had. I was like, wow, I think I moved out on this.
I like logged into Brandon's that was like ready to download 12. I did it to mine. It was like 156. I'm like, good God.
Damn, I fucked up.
I was like, hey, that's all right. I got it. You know.
The funny thing too is, you guys, if you want, you can actually go halvesies on Xbox Live too, because you can share that too.
Yeah.
Like when one of your gold run out, you can be like, oh, I'll give you like this much and share it type thing.
Oh.
This is what me and Melissa do. We only pay for one.
Yeah.
Well, you can play Mass Effect, Andromeda, and
I only want to play
Final
games.
Fantasy and Witcher.
Ooh, Witcher. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'll probably never play this. But that's all right.
You had Perfect Dark on there.
That's from that was from the rare replay. Yeah. I got the rare replay to play Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's what I got it.
So you have me on your Xbox?
God damn it.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Tony.
Oh, that's Blacktop. That's Blacktop's movie, Perfect Dark.
Darkness is?
I am actually going to recommend a store, and I don't know if I'm recommending you buy. Well, I don't know. I'm recommending this place I went to in the mall, in Annapolis Mall, called Box Lunch. It's a pretty cool. It's basically like a Spencer's, Hot Topic, even like the comic book store kind of place, where like they sell a bunch of like pop culture stuff. But I think it's geared more towards like us, because they have like a ton of like Nickelodeon, like 90s Nickelodeon stuff. They had like a Disney section, a superhero section. They had like Bob's Burger section.
We're going to Box Lunch on Saturday.
I sent her a picture. They have a Gilmore Girls section, for God's sake. They have a Buffy.
Oh, that's what. Now I know what you're talking about.
It's a small, like the store's not that big. I think it's like a size of like, I think it's where Journeys, but for Brandon Stevens, like what Journeys was. So it's like that size. It's not that big, but they have a lot of stuff. Price, it seemed a little, it was a little expensive because a shirt was like $28. So I'm recommending just for the walking around and looking, window shopping. I recommend it.
I mean, that's how much the shirt is at $30.
No, they're like $20. They're like $21.
28.
But
28. Okay,
yeah,
sorry. I thought I said
it's supposed to be 28.
Sorry.
No, it's 28. So, but they had like the shirts they have there. I would buy a shirt from them. A shirt.
A shirt.
I did buy
just
some
one.
pins. I did buy some pins from them though. Some Space Jam pins.
Oh, true. Ooh, that's racist.
Space Jam.
Basketball pins.
They're pre Monster. Oh, we know Brandon's recommendation.
My recommendation is the Xbox One X. I've only played it a little bit, but it is already drastically. I can tell there's a difference in a lot of the games. Load times are much better. It looks much better. Assassin's Creed, you can tell a lot of the details. It's cool. It's good. If you got the money, buy it. Quick recommendation.
I also got it. I am not ready to recommend it yet.
Oh, I'll recommend it. I'm only recommending it because I'm a fanboy, so that's why I'm recommending it.
I would say if you I would only recommend to someone that does not actually have an Xbox yet. Only because,
and if you have a 4K TV,
and if you have 4K TV, because yes, the games load faster, yes, they run smoother, but I don't think it's worth $500 just for that. I think if you have a 4K TV, then I definitely would recommend it. And also, if you are interested in an Xbox and you have a 4K TV and you don't have one yet, then I definitely would do it.
Right.
Even though I already had an Xbox and a 4K TV, I did too. But it's definitely, you can definitely notice the difference. So it's definitely cool. It's just $500 is a lot of money sometimes. I don't know.
Before we get to Brandon's musical recommendation, we have a text in from Josh. He recommends Chick-fil-A, especially their cookies and cream milkshakes.
Jesus Christ.
I agree.
I also recommend this.
We're not.
All right,
These Texans are great.
I know, yeah. It is great. Josh, you should do this every time. Brandon, your musical recommendation.
All right, so my musical recommendation for the week
Slayer.
is
This is the only.
I was actually gonna go with something old school, but I was like, who am I recommending? It's not like if I recommend Under Oath, it's like you all know who Under Oath is, and you guys are the only ones I'm really recommending these things for, anyways. So I was like, I'm gonna go with someone new, and the band's called Stand Atlantic, like the ocean. And they remind me of, I mean, they're kind of like an alternative band similar to like Tonight Alive or Paramore.
They're female led.
Yes. And as far as I can tell, they only actually have one EP out so far. It is called Sidewinder. No, wait.
Sidewinder. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And that's in the verse, and that's the song I would recommend you listen to.
Okay.
So
I am
give it a
following
try
them.
as well.
Earlier, or like last week, I was listening to an old playlist I had on Spotify, and Flyleaf came on, and I was like, man, I really want like a good playlist of like female like rock stars. Like that's what I wanted. Like not like it doesn't have to be like Flyleaf like hardcore rock, but like like you said, Paramore, Tonight Alive, like those kinds of bands I wanted. So I would definitely be listening to them. Why don't I do what?
Make that playlist.
Oh, I will eventually when I
Someday.
feel like it. Someday.
I feel like it's someday.
All right, Justin, you mad? You mad, bro?
Yeah. How much time you got?
Not much. We've been talking
I
for a
know.
while.
It's like
Damn, we still gotta do that. Holy God.
I need to go to bed.
all right. So I'll try and make this quick. So
Fuck the doctors.
fucking doctors. So yesterday, okay. So basically, trying to make the majority of the story short, I have like a mole that popped up on my finger, and I went to a dermatologist. Eventually, they suggested I get a biopsy to make sure it's not melanoma. So I call the doctor, schedule an appointment for a biopsy. That appointment was yesterday. So I get all psyched up, ready to get my freaking fingernail cut off, because that's what you do, because I have to get the skin under your fingernail to test it for, you know, cancer or whatever. And I go, okay, cool. I'm psyched up. I'm ready to, well, not psyched up, but just like mentally ready to do it. I'm just like ready to do it already. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go there, and I sit there for a little bit, and they come, the doctor talks to me, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it was like weird because it was like an open room kind of, and there was just like stations, because it was like a sports rehab place. That's like where the doctor was at. So I go there. She looks at it, tells me what she's got to do, tells me she's got to remove this, do that, whatever. And then she's like, okay, so I'm going to get you all set up for surgery, and then, you know, we'll be good. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right, cool. And then, like, Lily, this other lady comes. She goes, okay, I'm here to schedule your surgery. And I'm like, huh? What? Schedule my surgery? I'm like, oh, wait, maybe she means, like, later today or something, like holding out hope. And she's like, okay, so the first thing, every appointment we have is on a Thursday. That's when she's at the hospital. And I'm like, okay, so this isn't happening today. This is kind of pissing me off. And she's like, okay, so you can do the 30th or this day or that day. And I'm just like, well, fuck. Because more to the story is basically, so I didn't get anything done. I called to schedule a biopsy, so I assumed that's what was happening. So basically, I drove. Now, the other thing is this, because of my insurance, the doctor, it's through my wife, where she works in Wisconsin. I have to go all the way to like an hour and a half away to that's where like the only doctors we can go is in that area. So I drove an hour and a half for someone to grab my hand, look at it, and go, oh, yeah, we got to do this and got to do that. And then that was literally it. So I was just like, I drove all the way fucking, so basically during a work day, which I kind of just like ditched work basically just for that morning, literally wasted 3 hours of a day to drive for 15-minute conversation and didn't even get it done. So now I have to worry about it for like 2 more weeks because I've been like, I just want to get it done already basically. And then the worst part about it is I had assumed, because they told me I wouldn't be able to put pressure on it for 2 days, that I was going to be off today and yesterday. and that didn't actually end up happening. So yesterday I was like, I woke up like, cool, don't have nothing to do. I'm gonna read some comics, maybe play some video games on my new Xbox One X. No, staying home, but anyway, but literally I thought I was gonna have like 2 days to do nothing. I'm off tomorrow, so I was like, okay, I actually have to work now. That's fucking shitty. So it just really ruined my week.
So Justin, so you said it's on your hand, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you can actually. I'm not flipping you
So-
off.
You're flicking us off, you jerk.
It's like I got like a mole, and then there's like a straight vertical line through my nail.
So you can't put any pressure on your hand. Just no,
Well, I
you can't do
can, but
anything
until
with your
the-
hand that's pressure.
Yeah, it's
You
just
can't- you can't-
once the surgery happens, because what they do
So-
is they're gonna cut like the middle of my fingernail out and remove it.
So you can't do this. So you can't grab anything. So you can't jerk off, huh?
I use my left hand for that.
No pressure. so are you? So,
Unless I'm married, I don't know. About
I'm gonna say. So you were like, Melissa, I can't. They said not put pressure on. I can't. What do you want me to do? I need you. You want me? You want me?
I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I can't squeeze my hands, Forrest.
I can't squeeze my hands when
so-
I'm with you.
My rant is basically that because this is literally the third appointment I've gone to. Like I've gone like I went to my like general doctor, then I went to a dermatologist, then I went to this fucking person. It's like Jesus Christ, and like every time it costs money, so it's like what the fuck? I'm just
I bet that doctor got paid $500 to see you.
I bet they did too. I bet my insurance company's like what the fuck?
Like,
Shit.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Well,
but
doctor
yeah,
said-
that's my rant. Is I guess it's a personal rant. It's not like the general like oh I hate people that don't turn on return signals, but.
Right.
That was my
No.
bullshit. Although I did have
Good rant.
another general one. I forgot what it was though, but
You should save it for next week because Brandon's got to go to bed.
oh sure.
I gotta eat dinner. Shit.
Oh, true.
I haven't eaten dinner yet, and my wife is gonna be real mad.
Yes, she is.
Brain should open up the Oreos.
Yeah.
I said what?
You should open up them Oreos though.
The fuck you. If I see
As
them
soon
open,
as
I'm gonna come find you.
As soon as I hear that air crack out of there, boy. As soon as I hear that.
Good God. All right, Justin, do you have a musical outro this week? Or are we scrapping that?
If you want, you can do.
We scrapping it.
Okay, I was gonna say if you want, you can do the song I recommended.
All right, so here's Brandon's recommended song, "Stand Atlantic." Thank you guys for listening. Please like and subscribe on whatever you are listening on, YouTube, iTunes, whatever podcast service. Like us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. You can follow Tony on Instagram if you know what his thing is. And
Omega Sanction _
It's my name. Wait, on Twitter? It's my name.
Instagram.
Oh, I don't know. I don't follow me.
Yeah. Omega Sanction. Yeah. Understood.
Thanks to our special guest texter inner Josh for that.
Oh, breaking news. You're welcome.
Breaking news, you're welcome. What can I say?
Wait,
All
did he
right.
actually?
Anyway,
Damn, that was
he did
quick.
say you're welcome. Right, I know. All right, so here's the exit song "Sidewinder" by Stand Atlantic, and thanks for listening.
Maybe that's the song because maybe I will forget.
Oh yeah.
So if there's just silence or our usually outro, just go Google that shit.
Right. Later.
Stuck deep in your soil.
This hurt my ears.
Chest to my head, to
Tony,
my